It's your boy D man, back to the video saying what's going on. In this video, we got the Madden 26 official reveal trailer, and then we got the other part of the trailer reveal. You know what I'm saying? Eric, wait with it. We're gonna do 2 in 1, but see the reveal. Let's get straight into it. See what's going on. Years of NFL data. No, that shit, Cap. Power the realest man ever. No, that shit, Cap. So what I'm seeing so far, they just added intros. What the team already do on Sundays. That's what I'm looking at. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not finna sit here and want to see this man Gritty every fucking time I play somebody with the Vikings. I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna get so old so quick. Let me be quiet. So this how the QBs throw or something? I'm confused right now. I mean, so I'm saying QBs throw. I better see Lamar here. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't trying to stop everything. This looks like Madden 25. Just the graphics is updated and it's more cinema. No one-handed catch. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I like the little celebration. That a little bit hard. I ain't gonna lie. If they added that, they gotta add. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real. Let me go back. If they added this celebration right here, right? If they added this, they gotta add Jameer little, you know what I'm saying? The little Viking shot off the wall, the little when he come back up and then slide it. Now that'd be hard on the goalpost. If they added this, they gotta add that. It's no, they had to add that. They got to. I ain't gonna lie. They got DK sign language. Hold on. He dropped. He like, what was that? Oh, the ball was. Hold the fuck on. Wait, hold on. This nigga just slipped. Okay, it's raining. I get that. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I like this. I do. But I'd be damned if it's like 3rd and 5, 4th and 5, and it's 10 seconds left in the game, and I got a streak that's wide fucking open, and my QB slipped and missed a fucking throw because of that. I'm gonna be mad as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. But I mean, it's raining, so that's expected. But I'm still gonna be mad. I don't care. I fought with it, but I'll still be mad. I ain't gonna lie. I fought with it though. Like, okay, receivers actually slipping because it's raining. You can hear the little. I mean, I don't care about how it sounds, but they actually like slipping and falling because it's wet. I like that. So far, Madden, I'm at a 6 right now.
And you see it there. Whiteout conditions remain in effect.
Why the fuck AJ Brown look like that? Was it a snow game?
As we are back.
And that shit deep as hell. God, Lee, that shit deep. Damn.
The second half.
Why the hell Saquon moves so good in the snow? I ain't realized that. How he moves so good, but defender. Never mind. I ain't gonna lie. If a nigga can do this, I ain't gonna lie. Cause I already know Mutt. I ain't gonna lie. People gonna spam this hurdle. I ain't gonna lie though. If a nigga spam this hurdle and he get hit, it gotta be automatic fumble. I ain't gonna lie. If a nigga can do this shit on me, get hit, and not fumble, it's a fucking problem. There's a problem. I can't lie. There's a problem. My glorious Lamar. Look at Lamar, man. Look at Lamar, man. Why? Hold on, wait a minute. They showed Mahomes throw animation. They showed Josh Allen. They showed Jordan Love. Why Lamar ain't get no throw animation? Why they didn't show us that? Why they didn't show? Cool. It's cool. What's going on, Caden? What I'm seeing so far, it's just a whole lot of fucking presentation. All right. It's been a whole lot of presentation that I don't care about. fucking minute. What the fuck was that? Hold on. Wait a fucking minute. When the fuck has Caleb Williams ever done some shit like this? I'm finna get pissed off. Man, still derail. Shut up. Shut up. What the fuck? Oh, hell no. Hold on. This nigga Travis out here doing damn, actually, not academics. I had doing damn gymnastics and shit. What the fuck? I promise, I swear for God, if a nigga score on me or he beat me by a walk-off touchdown, hit a motherfucking, where the fuck this nigga just did, I promise, somebody getting cussed out. Controller getting, I don't know, somebody getting cussed out. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody gotta get their ass smacked. You know what I'm saying? In pass too, nigga. Yes, never I stop at that Caden in pass too. This nigga in pass did a whole motherfucking, okay. You do that shit you want to. I promise your account getting bad play with me. Built from Sundays. I'm not gonna lie, bro. The only thing I liked so far was the rain thing. Other than that, I'm gonna be real. I'm not impressed for real. You know, I ain't no hating ass nigga, but I'm not impressed. Other than the rain and the snow was cool. Besides that, let's just be real, bro. This shit look like Madden 25, just updated. And Travis did some shit like. Anyways, all right, let's get into the Eric dude second part of the video. See what he got going on. See if I'm missing something because it looks the same. No hating. It looked the same to me. I can't lie.
It's officially Madden 26 reveal day. They just dropped a trailer and a bunch of info. Now this video is sponsored by EA because they did get some of this info out early so that I could get the video ready quickly for you guys. I can't just post the full trailer because there's copyright music and stuff, but we're going to get to the blog in a minute. But just notice in the trailer some of the stuff they touched on. They did a good bit for the game this year, and you're going to find out a lot more when the actual deep dives come out. But notice they focused a lot on the pregame.
Who watching? I'm not gonna lie. Who care about presentation? They don't watch 20 minutes. I'm trying to see the most important part.
Each team kind of has their real life intro in the game now. It looks a lot better. Game's up there, but there's a lot. So there's going to give them away if I find that this first reveal blog kind of just briefly touches on some of the bigger aspects of the game. But my favorite part are the deep dives that come a little bit later because they go more in depth on those big things, but also they touch on all the little details.
We being real. I already know I'm going to pay for this shit because I'm buying college, so it's like, hold on, who called me? Hold on. All right, we back.
The smaller things they're adding to the game, which to me, you know, all those small things really add up to make a difference. So
we being real, bro. Hey, we being real. Half of this is not gonna matter. Nobody, I don't lie, bro. Nobody finna sit here and watch no presentation on the online head to head. I'm not watching it after about 2. Okay, let's be real. After like 5 games, bro, I don't want to see that no more.
We're not going to find out every single thing
I'm gonna be tired of that
today,
shit.
but we're going to find out some good information to get us started. So let's start with gameplay. It says, when we talk about gameplay for Madden 26, we're
that nigga Travis, that motherfucker
talking about real-world NFL data, seeing the tendencies and traits of the league superstars, experiencing real football weather on the virtual gridiron, strategizing around the real X's and O's of football, and real community feedback.
Some people give a fuck. It's not even, it's just like, bro, if you would really sit here and watch a full presentation, you can just take it, you can just watch this on fucking Sunday, nigga, you got a fucking problem. Something's wrong with you. I'm not gonna lie. Something is wrong with you.
Back coming through each snap, truly making every game.
Like for real, bro. I understand they want to make the game more real stuff. Cool. I'll watch it here and there. I'm not watching this every fucking time I play this damn game.
We can't share everything today, but we're going to roll through some of our favorite gameplay features right now.
For real.
Our Madden NFL 26 gameplay deep dive is on the horizon, and we can't wait to show you what we've been cooking. So again, they're gonna
Kate, let this Mahomes throw happen.
Our Madden NFL
I ain't
26
gonna say nothing.
deep dive is on the when they
I'm just
do
gonna
deep
watch
dive.
it.
So starting with QB DNA, it says the
quarterback is most iconic position of all in sports to reflect that Madden NFL 26 has completely reimagined quarterback mechanics for animation to behaviors for our QB DNA. Now, not only are you watching Josh Allen's rocket arm fire off a deep pass mid-jump. Hold on, bro. You're doing that while playing as Josh Allen too. More than 500 new QB animations were added to Madden 26. Okay, first of all, that sounds cool enough. Whoever said Josh Allen got a rocket arm fire off? Ain't nobody ever said that. They finna piss me off already. That's what I'm saying. Like, we ain't. Come on now.
Quarterback is the most iconic position in all of sports.
Come on
to reflect
now.
that, Madden 26 has completely reimagined quarterback mechanics from animation to behaviors with our QB DNA. Not only are we watching Josh Allen's rocket arm fire off a deep pass mid-jump, you're doing that when you're playing as Josh Allen too. More than 500 new quarterback animations were added for Madden 26. QB signatures in Madden
26 are. I'm gonna mute it while he talk, so I can just read it. Our visual replica of everything from how each quarterback holds the football in their pocket to their arm slot when slinging down the field. We have overhauled our player traits with 50 new player traits across numerous positions, all backed by real-world NFL tendency data. Does your quarterback in real life throw more often to the right side of the field? Joe Burrow, for example, will more likely set his feet before throwing any other quarterbacks. Josh Allen, as fearless as he is, hey, bro, I don't know who the fucking EA on Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? But this got to stop. We'll be trucking defenders as he takes chance to scramble for a first down instead. Bro, Josh Allen trucked like 3-4 people, bro. He ain't out here just trucking people, bro. He done ran one person over, bro. Let's quit this. Now, I like how they say, my question is, okay, because Joe Burrow do throw the ball to the right side most of the time. If you sit there and watch the Bengals play, he do that. My question is it like a boost when he throw it to the right side? Like the pass will get there better than the left side? Or like how's it going to work? And then the thing, okay, if Josh Allen can truck a person more, can Lamar run? So Lamar scrambling got to be OD, right? It got to be you can dang nigga not catch him. If that's what it look like, better look animations. Tennessee, okay, that's what I'm saying then. So like, if the throwing is better if Burrow on the right side is dang near perfect, right? And Josh Allen runs somebody over for a first down, that means Lamar scrambling out the pocket or escape from a sack gotta be his running style. That's what I'm saying. Like, it gotta be like you dang near not touching him for real. If that's like how it is, you know who I'm using. But let's keep going.
We've overhauled our player trait system with 50 new
all right, bro.
more often on the right side of the field. Joe Burrow, for example, will be more likely he takes a chance to scramble for the first down. Whether it's Lamar Jackson getting shifty to avoid his hits or Matt Stafford dropping
Lamar getting shifty to avoid it. Okay, I get what you're saying.
His arm down to finesse a screen pass, pocket presence, scrambling tendencies, and passing styles reflect the unique traits of today's stars and tomorrow's legends.
So I want to know how this, if that's really how it is, but you know, it's Madden. I want how to play
now,
out.
this is something I can't wait for you guys to find out more about because this is kind of the first time that I feel like they've really made the quarterbacks look different on field from the little bit that I played. An example I had is when I played against Kyler Murray, when things broke down, he kind of started scrambling. And you know how Kyler Murray has that like little toddler run where...
So my question is, that mean motherfuckers like Mac Jones, you know what I'm saying, the C-rated and below, the sorry QB should not be playing like the top 4-5 quarterbacks. So that means Jalen Hurts should not be throwing a bomb then. If that was that, because let's be real, Jalen Hurts don't throw bombs. So Jalen Hurts should be not throwing those 67-yard bombs then. If that's what it sounds like, I'm just being real. That's what I'm saying. So I need the QBs to play how they're supposed to play.
You know, he kind of just little bitty step, but he moves really fast, and it's kind of chaotic, but he still keeps his eyes downfield and tries to get that last-minute pass off. He was doing that in game, and when they talk about those 50 new player traits, they have traits for these players that kind of mimic what they do in real life. So guys like a Josh Allen or a Kyler Murray, who they will move around a little bit in that pocket, or Lamar Jackson as well. You know, they'll try to buy time, but they always kind of keep their eyes downfield, and they're still always looking to get that pass off at the last minute.
So, I'm trying to like imagine like how this will look like. So you still scrambling and stuff, your quarterback's still looking down the field. So that means really, I'm thinking like, okay, hear me out. Now, you know, in like Madden 24 and 25, when you scramble for so long, you throw the ball, it's always incomplete. Do that mean you can actually like, if you got a QB that does that in the pocket, can you actually still throw the ball and it not be fucking 30 yards above his head or it's out of bounds, dang it, or it's like it's incatchable? That's really what I'm thinking right now. Like, or the ball will be catchable after you, so, like, you get what I'm trying to say?
And not always scramble. Like, you'll see them do things like that. So there's a bunch of different traits for these guys. They all have signature releases and throws. Matt Stafford can hit a sidearm and all those little things, adjusting on the fly in the pocket. Pretty cool stuff, and I can't wait for them to show more of that. Moving on to Coach DNA, it says, introducing Coach DNA, a groundbreaking feature that brings the personalities and tendencies of the NFL head coaches to Madden 26. Powered by machine learning stemming from years of real-world data, Coach DNA mirrors the unique styles and philosophies of NFL coaches. 4th and 3, you better be ready for Dan Campbell and the Lions to try getting the first down. Passing successfully on the Vikings, expect more creative blitzes from their unpredictable defense. This data-driven play calling brings real-life head coach tendencies to the virtual gridiron.
Okay, my question about that is, do that mean teams that go for more on 4th down? Oh, just for like franchise. I was about to say, so like, does that mean like teams that go for it on 4th down a lot, do they get like boosts, different playbooks? I know that damn tush push better not be in this bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Bruh, the tush push better not be in this game. I'm pretty sure it is. I ain't gonna lie. I bet it is. I'm gonna use it, but it better not be in the game. I'm gonna be real. It better not.
Piece of Coach DNA is an overall.
So this is more like franchise stuff.
If you're playing as the Lions, Dan Campbell will offer various suggestions depending on down and distance.
Oh, so you playing it with them? It's gonna be more of instead of a punt, it's gonna be. Okay, I get it.
Lions' tendencies and mirror the way Campbell talks. On top of that, we have real-time coaching AI where the CPU teams will make pre-snap adjustments and suggest play calls that specifically counter your opponent's tactics. We receive a ton of feedback on our playbooks from the previous year, and we're happy to announce that we have nearly 1,000 new plays at launch of Madden 26. Our playbooks contain the current trend of motion and shift-based offenses you see from teams like San Francisco and Miami.
I ain't gonna lie.
Defensive playbooks
that boomstick got to be gone, though.
And the all-new stunts and twists to lock down your opponents. Now, this is all pretty cool here. I think you're going to find out more about this when they talk about franchise, because this is definitely a bigger thing for franchise, in my opinion. Especially if you're a person
I don't care no franchise.
The coaches will actually give you feedback and kind of give you reasoning for why they're suggesting what they're suggesting.
Yeah, that boom tech gotta go. I ain't gonna lie. We didn't play this game.
Also, the whole
that
game
boom tech gotta
when
go.
you get to franchise is going to be pretty cool. These coaches will really game plan around what you do, like what your tendencies are, what kind of plays you run, the weather, injuries, things like that. I can't speak too much on that yet, I think, but I think this is going to be huge for franchise if implemented correctly, and I can't wait for you guys to learn more about that. Moving on, wear and tear and new depth chart positions too.
Oh shit. Modernized roster management adds strategic depth with the wear and tear system and dynamic substitution, wear and tear affects player performance while damage is also seen. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, I requested new depth, edge, nose tackle, long snapper, versatile, guided position, dynamic two-way. So you can make a two-way player, or you can hold on. I don't know what have ability that counter some of his. Hold the fuck on. Look, I understand. I fuck with Travis. Travis good enough. That nigga's one of the generation type of nigga. But why the hell do Travis get abilities first day? Why? So this mean if this nigga got ability, bro, he got to at least be an 85 plus. Think about it, because you don't get them. Remember, every Madden, you don't get that development of ability till you hit like at least like an 85. So this nigga, So this nigga got to be at least 85 plus. Cause they say right here he will have abilities that counteract the wear and tear. It's no, this nigga got abilities off rip. That's crazy. That's hard. I mean, that's hard, but like that's crazy. If this nigga has abilities day one, that's insane. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of crazy. Be real. That's crazy. But me personally, I feel like the wear and tear system is cool. I fuck with it because so then you can't spam the same person. You probably like 87. Yeah, I feel like he between like an 86, 87, around that margin. He better be. Yeah, I feel like 88 kind of high as fuck for a rookie. I ain't gonna lie. 88 is. I feel like between 85, 86, 87. Now he down there 88, 90 is a fucking problem. But yeah, I like the wear and tear. People be saying that shit. I fuck with wear and tear because you can't spam the same thing over and over. I fuck with wear and tear. I ain't gonna lie. But why this shit ain't playing though?
Two big things right here for a lot of people. Two things a lot of people have wanted. It says modernized roster management at strategic depth chart, the wear and tear system, and
that's why I like that shit. You can't spam the same nigga, bro.
In the game with edge, nose tackle, all that stuff. I actually have a long snapper position that does have long snapper rating, so you can't just throw anybody in at long snapper. That's pretty cool. Long overdue. And wear and tear is now in the game, which, I mean, it was good in college. People are gonna.
But my question is, I want a fake punt. Can I put my QB a punter and let him throw that bitch?
Want to see it over in Madden now. Going to be huge again for like franchise and superstar mode.
I
No
like
strategy there. And they mentioned those dynamic substitutions, which I think is a really cool feature where now when you're on the field, you can literally hit the D-pad and you can bring up your roster and you can literally sub people from that menu. So then when you call the next play, it'll substitute out those players and you don't have to do it at the play call screen or pause the game. So that's a pretty cool new feature that just kind of makes substitution a little bit easier on the fly. Moving on to football weather, it says NFL teams face the dual challenge of battling each other on the field while contending with various harsh weather conditions through the season, and we have brought that to life with football weather in Madden 26. We have completely overhauled not just the visual.
We overhauled not just visual, but also the spell weather conditions, heavy snow, fog, rain, everything between movement, visibility, stamina, and ball control. If you're playing Madden and Snowball, you know those players through the movement as clunky as they would in real life Blizzard. I like this. I feel like it's not bad. I feel like it's cool.
And ball control. If you're playing in a Madden NFL Snowball, you'll notice players slipping and moving as clunky as they would in a real life Blizzard. Like, there's new physics from how players move to how the ball carriers will be adjusted to mimic these weather conditions. And it says
that's
again
the
about
real thing. Is it going to be all animation based? Or is it like, if I do got like a small back, is it going to be harder for him to move in the snow? I mean, like a small, like, can he move quicker in the snow? Between like a bigger nigga, like a Derek, like, is Nick Chubb moving faster than Derrick Henry in the snow? That's the real question. Another question is it hard? It's gonna be harder to tackle Derrick Henry in open field, downfield, instead of like side to side. I got a lot of questions.
Chip shot, field goal, and heavy weather. We've also added finer details making the elements.
Damn, I thought about it. You playing nigga in the rain, bro. We ain't got Tucker no more.
Part of home field where cold weather teams will not get as impacted when playing in the cold and wet as warm weather teams, but to balance this when playing in extreme heat, those cold weather teams will tire out faster, which is a little detail with a big impact that came straight from NFL players. So yeah, I mean, the weather looks great this year. We finally have that heavy snow, heavy rain. We even have fog mixed in, and like if you're playing in heavy snow, I did play a game like this down at EA. You know, you can't even really see the back judge completely. Like that's how foggy and snowy it is, and you know the players will kind of stumble around, put their hand in the ground to keep their balance. But I was told, like for franchise or those modes like that, there are sliders for this, so you can adjust how much the weather does affect the game. You can turn that off completely and just have the weather be visual, which I think is cool because it's your game. You know, play it how you want. If you want just the visual of the weather, you can have that. But if you want the effects too, you can also have that. It's in your control. Moving on to foundational football, it says football fundamentals are not optional; they're essential. So we're doubling down on core football principles that give players more depth and control. Explosive locomotion, run and pass blocking, defensive zone coverage, physics, and new mechanics are at the forefront of improvements as we heard your feedback. When we say explosive NFL gameplay, here's what it means to us: simply that the left stick feeling has never felt better in Madden. It's not just
fast players are fast to the end. They say that shit every. All right, explosive locomotion north to south to speed like Tyreek Hill versus the Wiggly East West. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, so if Derrick Henry going downhill, it's gonna be hard to tackle him between a, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to look who runs a 4-2 for that. Like, they say this every year though. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I like it.
Tyreek Hill versus the Wiggly,
but they say it every year.
East to West players like Jahmyr Gibbs with explosive locomotion player who.
Okay. If they're saying this right, my question is, if I get a pick, that means a lineman should not be catching my motherfucking center. So that means a lineman should not be catching my safety or my corner. So that's what that means, because you know, you catch a pick, all of a sudden this lineman got run a 4-1 or a damn 3-9. That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? If that's what that means, that better. So that's what I'm saying. Lineman should not be catching me, bro. Real shit. A lineman should not be catching me. If I get a pick with a safety or a corner, a lineman should not catch me. Say yes. I hope so. Wait. That's what I'm saying. Because you see how I say faster to play. That's what I'm saying. So like, say I pick the ball with Nate Wiggins. That means a dude like Landon Dickinson or somebody should not be catching me. If I'm running down the field, he should not catch me. But see, he did say field. He didn't say it was.
Runs a 4.2 40-yard dash. Will feel like a player who runs a 4.2 40. We want our players to feel the difference between fast and explosive in Madden 26. Custom defensive zones and adaptive coverage let you game plan and adjust like a real NFL coordinator. Custom defensive zones will be able to set the depth of your zone defenders at the line of scrimmage to take away that pesky corner route from your opponent. Do you want your safeties to align to a certain hash, the passing strength, or elsewhere? AI logic, custom zones, and more deliver an overhaul to defensive coverage in Madden 26. And again, they say the gameplay deep dive is coming soon, but I want to touch on some of this. So they did speed up the game finally. It's not college football fast. Don't expect that. It's not going to be a 1-to-1 in college, but it's much faster than Madden has been over the last few years. It's kind of a good balance between the two, I think, keeping it a little more.
What's fast? If it's okay, I understand that'll be like college football, but what is fast then? If it's like how the old Madden, what was it, Madden 20, what was it, 22, 21, what was it, 21, 22? If it's like that type of speed, I'm cool. Nah, cause this BS they just had, that shit is so fucking slow.
More realistic, but not as too far to the arcade side as colleges. Even though I prefer college movement better, I think it's fun. I think they found a pretty good balance here, so you do feel some explosiveness, you do feel more control. You don't feel as stuck in the mud as the previous like 4 Maddens have been. So I think they found a good balance, and you do notice the separation more with the fast players. Like you can really pull away, or like even if a guy has a good angle on you, but you're just a blazing fast guy like Tyreek, you see those plays like down the sideline in real life.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying right there, Caden. He said you more like you got the angle, like what I'm saying, like. Even though like a tight end or a lineman is near me, I should not get caught for real. I'm a fucking safety or a corner. They should not be catching me or I get a pick.
The guy's got a good angle and he gets, I mean, half a yard to the guy and he just can't fully reach out and just stop him because a guy like Tyreek can just really hit that last gear and pull away. You kind of see more of that in this game, which I think is really cool. And custom defensive zones, for those that are wondering, it's kind of like zone drops, but you can do them individually on the fly. So think of how route stimming was last year, like on the field when you can stem a route 30 yards down the field if you want, or you could stem it 15 yards down the field. You can do the same thing with individual zones to kind of counteract those route stems, which I think is pretty cool. Now let's move on to franchise mode. Again, they're kind of just going to give us
I don't care about franchise. I don't care. I ain't lie, we skipping franchise.
That kind of concept game talking about. Don't, because if you're not, kind of want to just. It says playbooks become a larger focus of your franchise this year. We've placed as the bare minimum info on this. Remember, wear and tear, so you can get those abilities to help manage your players. If you have a better trainer rules, trainer
managing player wear and tear. Oh yeah, so you get abilities that can counteract the wear and tear. That's what college football got. You a hater, bro? Who playing?
Abilities are used to manage wear and tear. So
realistically, twin, who playing franchise, bro? It ain't 20.
You can get those abilities to help manage your players. If you have a better medical staff, for example, or whatever you call it, that can help your players in their wear and tear. Also, you've got to really monitor this when you're talking about practicing, how you're doing full pads versus half pads. Also, you know, if you want to play a guy into the ground, he's going to experience that later in the season. And again, coaches will game plan around how they play. Tackle has really bad wear and tear. And they're like, you know what, we're going to send some heavy blitzes at his side. We're probably going to get home. So, no, yes, finally, we got a real halftime show, which maybe shows replays. I don't know. We'll see.
Bro, who the fuck care about a half? This is the problem right now. Nigga talking about a halftime show. I don't give a fuck about no halftime show, no Madden. I don't care. I mean, it cool and all, so the game don't feel buggy. I mean, so the game don't feel like dead, but like, bro, I don't give a fuck.
See when the info comes out. Weekly recaps, Scott Hansen, which is a nice touch. New broadcast packages for Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Each primetime game feels different. Yes, different scoreboards, all that kind of good stuff. Different graphics, different music. I can't wait for you guys to really see more of this.
I think it said different music. They're going to have 3 damn songs.
Because I'm just so glad that stuff is finally here. Moving on to presentation. So they are going to touch a little bit more on presentation itself in this blog. It says, NFL atmospheres come to life with revamped authenticity in Madden 26. Experience team-specific runouts, crowd chants, mascots, and pregame traditions such as Minnesota Skull Chant or Baltimore's Light Show. Yes, they showed us a lot.
You might have me something with the Baltimore Light Show. You might have me somewhere. I might have me with that one. I'm gonna get tired of it.
A lot of these, hey, for my Saints fans, they even got the Who Dat chant before the game in there, so that's pretty cool as well. We saw a little bit of the runouts. They looked pretty epic. Like it kind of like the ones that we saw, it kind of felt like, yeah, this is what you would see if you went to the NFL game. So I think college football really helped push.
I don't want to see that. Everybody said that fucking NFL game.
This stuff forward, seeing how well that was received last year. They're like, hey, why don't we put this in Madden? And then you got the mascots also, which they look really great. Again, it's just finally we got these presentation things that we've been dying to have in this game. Moving on, it says, let's talk head coaches. More gear means more authentic looking.
Head coach
from Nike, including the Texans, Buccaneers, and the because that looked multiple different units.
I don't give a damn. My
Ravens, I'm all for that. So they definitely kind of favorite mode, but if there should be more fresh story of the week narrative that pull you deeper into the heart of the game. Career chapters will guide you down the path of please your teammates and agents on it. Keep way to a 99 star. But yes, you don't just start now right out of the gate unless maybe you're just like a star player that's drafted high. You can have different arcs. And what they said, I'd love to see if it's true. They said everybody should play this mode and no 2 people should have really the exact same path. Or you could play it 5 times in a row and have 5 very different paths. So that's what we want to see out of this mode. They said you get into the game to a star. And they give you, it was more similar to how Road to Glory is, where you can, they didn't go all the way in depth with it, I don't think, when they showed us, but that's what it kind of looked like in the presentation. So I'm really excited to see how this plays out. Again, all the different people you'll meet kind of influences how the fans, teammates, and coaches think of you. Like you can have your agents, you can have relationships with your coaches, you have off the field friends, or you'll have like a tattoo artist that is like a relationship, and maybe you're seeing him because you're trying to get inked up, but other people may.
Did this nigga just say a tattoo artist and fucking Matt? I'm finna get mad. Hey, did he say a tattoo artist in Madden? Hey then, Did this nigga say a tattoo artist, D-Milk-K, a tattoo artist in Madden? What the fuck did nigga go? This shit's stupid.
May view you differently because, you know, you're more worried about this than football. It's just a lot of different things they kind of threw at us. I really want to see how this plays out in game, and I want to see kind of what they talk about more in the deep dive so I can read more into it. But it sounded like the right direction. It sounded like old superstar mode, but reimagined.
No, it sounded like these niggas are trying to take shit from the old 2Ks and put it in Madden like it's fucking new. I'm playing football, nigga. I'm not playing no fucking baseball or no fucking basketball where you can see my tattoos. Why do I need a tattoo on my NFL and then like you gonna be able to see the shit? Like I ain't gonna have a whole uniform on. What you gonna be able to see? My fucking arm? And you barely gonna see that. Bro, you know what you're gonna be able to see, bro? Only reason you have a tattoo is to do the little art. Where's my controller at? Do the little dang on the little art stick to see him what he look like when you putting gear on. That's all you finna see.
Today how it should be. So I'm excited to see where that goes, not only this year, but in the coming years.
Yeah, chill.
And then they also talk about Ultimate Team. I know a lot of you here don't really care about Ultimate Team that much. There are a few cool new things with that. They said that they're giving solo players kind of a little bit of an overhaul.
You a grown man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You can say I'm clip from right here, right? But I am. If you a grown ass man and you sit and play Madden Ultimate Team for fucking solo offline, get a fucking life. Okay, my nigga? Get a fucking life. Get some hoes on your dick or something. Let me shut up. My bad. That was too much.
Giving more solo reward structures from the ground up to focus on progression, pacing, and rewards. They're also offering solo champions, a new escalated difficulty mode to showcase your solo prowess. They're also bringing back all new live events. This was probably the coolest thing I saw for Ultimate Team, in my opinion.
Okay, the live events thing, yeah. But nobody give a damn about no fucking solo.
Like a lot of different line events where they're going to restrict your lineup building in certain situations. So maybe they make you just build a team of all NFC North players. That was one example they told us. Or, you know, they can construct your roster in a bunch of different ways and say, like, you have to meet these requirements and then play other teams like that for rewards. I think it's pretty cool. Another quality of life thing they did for Ultimate Team is called Pack Helper. So when you're opening packs, essentially, it can kind of tell you, you know, if that card is better than your current starter. You'll see auction house information.
The motherfucker said the shit is called Pack Helper. It's gonna help you. Let's go back. I'm not even gonna say nothing right now.
Essentially, it can kind of tell you, you know, if that card is better than your current starter. You'll see.
So I ain't got two fucking eyes to see if an 85 better than a fucking 86. I ain't gonna lie. Respectfully, bro, they couldn't take me to. I would be grateful if I did get invites like an EA day or something like that. But I'm gonna be real. I don't have the PR trainer for it. Because if it's some bullshit, I'm gonna say it's some bullshit. I'm just being real. I couldn't do it.
Auction house information, like how much it's selling for right now. I think you could even like quick sell it for, you know, the lowest price that it's currently going for on the auction house, just to kind of get it sold quickly.
Okay, I like that. If I got a car that ain't fucking selling, it's like 1,000 of them. I like to give me a little quick coin real quick. Real question is, that little 10% gonna still be on that bitch? That's the real question. That's really what we all want to know. If you're in the auction house, they still take their 10%. What the fuck the 10% even going to? That's the real question. But the motherfucker said a pack up.
Quality of life things there for people with open packs. So I mean, I don't really play much Ultimate Team these days, but if you do play, I think that would be a feature that you would like. Make sure to stay tuned for all the deep dives, and if you want to catch up on all the
that motherfucker set up.
It's officially college.
No. Hey man, W video. So y'all do with that information, y'all do with that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and shout out Eric Wayweather. Yeah. A pack helper. So, bro, you understand EA is paying him to promote this shit. You gotta hype it up a little. I understand that. I do get that, but it's like you gotta be real too, bro. You can't just sit here, you know what I'm saying? In this video. Hold on. We gotta stay. Peace.